Then from Marion, we did not know where to go, so we decided to go through the big timber west of Marion. So we followed the trail all the way through the woods and found a grass-roofed sheep shed. Now this is a half a mile from the EUB Buffalo Church. I am told that is still here today, am I correct? Yes. The next morning, the men headed south to find a clearing where we built a one-room log cabin. Now, we did not use nails for this log cabin, but instead we used wooden pegs. We have two doors, one at each end of the cabin. We used hinges for those, but we had no windows. One day, while I was looking for our neighbor, Mr. Hines, Louis, our son, slipped into a well and drowned. This was a sad, sad time for Mary and I. Besides looking for a wagon maker for our neighbors, I also worked for John Glass at a grist mill. Does anybody know what a grist mill is? Yes, anybody? Well, it is a mill where they use stones to grind, they use water power to power stones to grind grain into flour. I worked there for 12 years until we saved up enough money to buy a farm and become farmers. Then, years later, I became a carpenter and built the first two-story house in Marion in Cedar Rapids. They knocked this house down for something called a parking ramp for the Roosevelt Hotel. Our 80 acres was located south of the big, huge pasture they call Twin Pines Golf Course. I cleared a small area, which means to take away the trees and brush, so I could farm it. Then I walked down to Muscatine, Iowa, and bought a plow. Yes, sir, I carried that plow all the way back to Marion on my back, and I'm pretty sure that a replica of that plow is here today. Our farm stayed in the family until 1942. Then, after that, we retired into Cedar Rapids. Then, until housekeeping was too much for us, we lived with our daughter Matilda for our remaining years. You know, out of all the things that Mary and I treasured most, it was our faith and trust in God that got us from Germany to America, from New York to St. Louis, from Muscatine, and finally our home in Marion. We are of an evangelical faith, and the first quarterly meeting west of Mississippi was held in our cabin. We always remember the importance of God in your lives, and that is the most important thing that Mary and I can give you. We kept our faith in Him, and He definitely blessed us with more than we could have dreamed, and a million times more. He definitely blessed us with family. Look at all of you.
I would like you to meet our children. Children? This is Selma. This is Louis Albert. This is Matilda. This is Anne. We call her Annie. This is William Henry. Let's call him Will. This is Marie. This is Edward. And this is Sarah.
I want to thank you for letting us join in your reunion today. Or maybe I should say, our reunion.
Let me introduce, of course, Brandon Waring was Godly. Brandon? Kalen's staff was Mary. Cassandra Fitzgerald was Selma. Austin neighbor was Louis Albert. Victoria Meyer was Matilda. Samantha Fitzgerald was Anne. Rock O'Shea was William. Annie O'Shea was Marie. Grant neighbor was Edward. Kelly neighbor was Sarah. Good going, kids. You know, that was just absolutely wonderful, and that's the story that we need to hear. And thank you. Thank you, Brandon, for you and your players for doing such a marvelous job.